Hi everyone, today we are going to start with the chapter reproduction. Reproduction in organisms. What is the meaning of reproduction? Reproduction is, we can define reproduction as a biological process in which an organism gives rise to young ones, which is called as offspring, similar to the parent. Or simply we can say that reproduction is nothing but producing a offspring. Offspring is nothing but the young ones of its own kind. Producing an offspring of its own kind is known as reproduction. Why do we need reproduction? What is the necessity of reproduction? Reproduction is required for the continuity of a species. Species is nothing but an organism with a different characteristics from the other one. Like human beings is an organism, African elephant is an organism, Bengal tiger. No, there are so many kinds of tigers, out of which Bengal tiger is one species, African elephant is one species, human or the Homo sapiens is one species. So these are the examples of species. So for the species, one kind of species to continue or to exist on earth, we require the process called as reproduction. So reproduction is nothing but a biological process in which organism gives rise to offspring or the young ones which are of its own kind or with the same characteristics as of the parent. How many kinds of reproduction we have? We have two types of reproduction, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. What is the meaning of asexual reproduction? Asexual, which means absent. Here, fusion of male and female gametes is absent. In asexual reproduction, the offspring or the offsprings are produced from a single parent. So there is no male parent or a female parent or male gametes or a female gametes produced. Asexual reproduction is nothing but the organisms are produced from a single parent. So what happens when an organism is produced from a single parent? The resultant offsprings are simply clones of the parent, or we can say they are the like Xerox copies of the parent. There is no change in their characteristic, no change in their physical appearance, genetic appearance. Everything is same as of the parent. This is called as asexual reproduction. Whereas sexual reproduction we have fusion of male and female gametes, and the offspring which produce have both the characteristics of the male parent and the female parent. We have both the characteristics of the male and the female. Not, they are not the Xerox copies. We have change in the characteristics from the male and the female. They are different from the male and female genetically and even sometimes physically. Now coming back to asexual reproduction, how many types of asexual reproductions we have? We have, these are all the different kinds of asexual reproduction. Binary fission, budding, incestation and sporulation, asexual reproduction by spores, regeneration, vegetative propagation, and fragmentation. These are all the different kinds of asexual reproduction. We'll look one after the other in detail. What is binary fission? What is the meaning? Literal meaning of binary fission is nothing but binary is dividing into two. So, organism dividing into two equally is known as binary fission. Binary means two and fission means division. Fusion means combining, whereas fission means dividing. So this is an example of binary fission in amoeba. What happens in binary fission? A parent cell undergoes a simple division, which is something like a mitotic division, but not mitosis. Undergoes division where it forms, where it divides itself into two daughter cells, which are seen like a parent cell. So here, this is the parent cell, and here are the daughter cells which are produced from the parent cell. In binary fission, at the end, we don't have any parent cell left out. There is no parent cell. We have only two daughter cells, which means these cells, they will not die, or the organisms which undergo binary fissions will not die a natural death. Why they will not die why they don't have any natural death? Because there is no old age in this, or else these organisms will not grow old. Whenever there is a reproduction process occurring, they produce new daughter cells in which there is no parent cell existing after the completion of the division. Now coming back to this reproduction, in this form of reproduction, it is simply called as cloning. Why? Because there is no difference between the parent cell and the daughter cells. There is no fusion of gametes. There is no genetic combinations. So the genetic and the physical appearance of the daughter cells are seen as the parent cell. In which organisms do the binary fission occurs? Binary fission occurs in most of the bacteria. Binary fission occurs in most of the bacteria, which are prokaryotes. What are prokaryotes? Pro means false nucleus, means they don't have any nucleus. Nuclear membrane, they don't have any nuclear membrane. So most of the prokaryotes, like most of the bacteria, the binary fission occurs, and binary fission occurs in amoeba and paramecium. What are amoeba and paramecium? Amoeba and paramecium are eukaryotes. They have a true nucleus, which means the nuclear material, that is DNA, is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. You can see the nucleus here. So amoeba and paramecium are unicellular eukaryotes under the kingdom Monera. So binary fission occurs in the organisms which are under the kingdom Monera, and also in most of the bacteria. What is the next form of reproduction? Asexual reproduction is budding. What happens in budding? Budding is different from a binary fission. Here also the cell divides into two, but here we can have the parent cell. This is the parent cell and this is the daughter cell. What happens in binary budding? In budding, a small bud-like growth forms on the parent cell, and the nucleus or the other cell organelles like vacuoles and all, they divide, and one is shared with the bud or the daughter cell, and then it forms a cell wall around it, and it separates from the parent cell and grows as an individual organisms. Budding also divides the cells into two, but it is not equal. It is not equal. And here we have a parent cell which is left out and a small daughter cell. What are the organisms or the example of the organisms in which budding occurs? It is budding occurs in yeast, which is a fungus. Next, encystation and sporulation. What is the meaning of encystation? Budding and binary fission. Budding and binary fission are the forms of asexual reproduction which occur during favorable conditions, whereas encystation occurs during unfavorable conditions. What are unfavorable conditions? Like the conditions like lack of food, lack of water, or high temperatures. These are all the unfavorable conditions. During unfavorable conditions, what happens? In amoeba, we'll take the example of amoeba. What does amoeba has? Amoeba has pseudopodia. Pseudopodia are nothing but pseudo false legs, which are used for the motility of the amoeba. So these pseudopodia retract themselves and form a three-layered coating around them. The form a three-layer coating around them. This three-layered coating is called as cyst. This is a vegetative stage or a state where no much of life process occurs. So there is no growth of the organism happening, there is no reproduction of the organism happening in this encystation. So after the encystation, when favorable conditions return, amoeba will rapidly divide inside and the cyst will break, releasing small tiny spores. So amoeba inside the cyst will rapidly divide during the favorable conditions, and the cyst will break down and release all spores. And when they are inside the cyst, they are known as pseudopodiospores. And what are the organisms in which these Incestation and sporulation occur. This occurs in plants like liverworts, hornworts, ferns, etc. And single cellular organisms like amoeba and bacteria. Most of the bacteria, they divide by binary fission during the favorable conditions, and they form spores during unfavorable conditions. Why do they form spores? Because spores can retain back even during the high temperatures. Even at very high temperatures, they are not killed. We cannot kill spores. Most of the bacterial spores are not killed even after treating them with very high temperatures. That is the reason most of the bacteria, they form spores when they have unfavorable conditions, and they divide using the binary fission process during the favorable conditions. That is the reason bacteria do not have any natural death. Most of the bacteria do not have natural death because in favorable conditions they divide through binary fission, where there is a continuity of the living organisms, and when there is any unfavorable condition that occurs, they form spores which can resist any extremities, and they continue their life. They can change from one form of reproduction to the other form of reproduction very easily. So the plants like liverworts, hornworts, ferns, etc., all these also reproduce asexually through spores. They don't form any encystation, or any cyst is not formed, but they do produce spores, small spores which disperse through air from one place to the other place and form a new one. Now we have regeneration. What is regeneration? We can see sometimes when a tail of the lizard is cut by mistake, is removed by mistake, the tail of the lizard grows back again. This process of generation of a organism or producing a complete body part or a complete organism from a small part of it is called as regeneration. For example, if we take earthworm, what happens in earthworm? We can see segments on earthworm like this. After 13th segment, if we cut the earthworm, this upper part will reproduce into a new earthworm again. And mostly the scientists, what they do experiments with flatworm. What happens in flatworm? Flatworm, when you cut with a blade or a razor into half, the tail will reproduce, or the tail will regenerate head and forms a new flatworm, and the head will regenerate its tail and form a new flatworm. So even if you cut this into half, this part will produce a new one and this part will produce a new one. So it happens even in starfish. Starfish, where when even you cut a arm of the starfish or one part of the starfish, it can again regenerate. In crabs and so on, these are the animals, are the examples of the organisms which can regenerate and reproduce. Next, coming to vegetative reproduction, or simply we call it as vegetative propagation. Till now we have seen asexual reproduction or the forms of asexual reproduction. In organisms or bacteria, most of the plants, as we have learned in class 11, they reproduce asexually through vegetative propagation. Can we call vegetative propagation also asexual reproduction? Yes, because they are producing a young one. So these are the examples of the vegetative propagation. For a quick review, potato, we have eyes of the potato. When we cut and plant these eyes of a potato, they reproduce into a new plant again. And this is a rhizome of a ginger. When you cut the buds and plant them, they will reproduce into a young one. This is a bulbil of an onion, which also will give rise to a new plant when they planted. And bryophyllum. What happens in the nodules? In the notches of the leaves of the bryophyllum, adventurous root develop, forming a small plant. This, when we plant them separately, they grow into a new tree. And this is the opposites of a water plant. This is a quick review or quick revision of the vegetative propagation in plants. What are the other examples of the plants which reproduce sexually? We can see in bamboo plant or sugar cane. What happens in these plants? If you see a sugar cane, you can see nodes. These are called as nodes. We can plant them and grow a new sugar cane. The same thing happens in banana. Banana also reproduce through vegetative propagation through stem. And this is called as fragmentation. What is fragmentation? When you divide an organism into fragments, each fragment will grow into a new organism again. For example, a bacteria called as Spirogyra, which grows or which be like a filaments. They exist like a filament. When you cut these filament at nodes, when you cut the filamented nodes or equally, each part will grow into a new filament again. If you take sugar cane, we have nodes at each and every part of the sugar cane, and each part can grow, has the ability to grow into a new plant again. So this is all about the asexual reproduction in different organisms. In the next video, we'll learn about the sexual reproduction in different organisms and the phases of the sexual reproduction.